If students could uncover all of this, I want to know why the adults
For real.
couldn't find this.
The HR rep's on the call. She has never met before. Her manager, by the way, apparently didn't even know she was being fired.
Wow.
This is The Bad Hire, the show with the best stories about the worst employees.
We fired him, of course.
People are crazy.
It's like an HR nightmare.
Right? One bad hire stole all of it.
Crazy stuff. She got what she deserved.
Oh.
I'm your host, Ken Monroe, and every week we dive into real-life stories from the wild world of work and what can happen when the wrong person gets the job. These stories aren't just crazy, they're cautionary tales about lessons learned the hard way. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Bad Hire. That's the show we tell the worst hiring and firing and bad employee stories that we can find. They get submitted to us, so looking forward to it. I am back with Morgan and Emma. What's up?
Hey.
You ready to roll?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys know the drill. Every week we do the wildest. We try to find weird, jaw-dropping, all kinds of crazy stories. We either run a guest clip where someone who submitted them tells their own story, or they submit the story to us, and we tell the stories, and then we just kind of react to them and see what's up, right? So it's meant to be entertaining, meant to be fun, meant to make light of the hard work that HR does every single day, and sometimes the world in which they have to live in is certainly challenging. So we appreciate all our talent acquisition HR leaders across the country, and the fact that they are dealing with the true human element every single day. So listen, and don't forget about our contest. It's $10,000. If you submit a story to us, whether it's a guest clip or whether you submit a story and we tell it for you, if you submit the best story of the year, we're going to send you $10,000. We're going to give some winner $10,000 at the end of the year. We hope it's you, but you can't be you if you don't send us the story. So shoot your shot. Go to thebadhire.com. Find a way to submit the story. Reach out to us, get it told either in your own words or we'll tell it for you. All right? Yep. Okay, good. So, hey, listen, here we go. This first one I have is kind of running on theme of the last episode we did. So in 2017, a high school in Pittsburgh, Kansas, hires a new principal named Amy Robertson. And the school board goes through their process, makes their decision, and announces the hire. It's kind of standard procedure, standard stuff. What wasn't standard was what happened next. The student newspaper at Pittsburgh High School decided to do a little digging on their principal's background. So I'm wondering why. I wonder if they immediately
I've never been
didn't like her.
I was about to say,
Or if they're just like, hey, let's be reporters and tell her backstory.
Yeah.
Which is probably what it was. It was like, hey, let's do
I'm sure it was harmless.
let's do a story about our new principal.
Yeah.
Tell a story.
Yeah,
we'll do some investigation stuff. Talk to some people in their background, and that'll be cool. So the six student writers and editors start off doing their job and started looking into first just her credentials, doing just a simple kind of some background work. The student is they found that her master's and doctoral degrees were listed as coming from a place called Cortland's University. So they looked it up. The website didn't work.
Oh.
I've never heard of.
I mean, dang, at least use a real school.
For real.
And when they dug further, they discovered Cortland's University wasn't an accredited institution at all. On top of that, Robertson couldn't provide verification of her undergraduate degree from the University of Tulsa. And the school in Dubai, where she had reportedly taught English for nearly 2 decades, had his license suspended back in 2012.
Interesting.
So it's like a whole background of just
weird.
Dubious stuff. The students published the story on the front page of their paper on March 31st.
That's bold.
4 days later, Amy Robertson resigned.
Ooh.
One of the student writers said afterward, and this is the line, right? She said, if students could uncover all of this, I want to know why the adults
For real.
couldn't find
for real.
this. The school board released a statement thanking the students for their reporting.
Wow.
The faculty advisor said they weren't out to get anyone fired. They were just trying to find out said they were just trying to find out the truth about the person who was about to be in charge of the
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, as it
If you
should.
told me I was just after the truth, I would be like, well, what did you suspect wasn't the truth? You know, so initially I was like, maybe they're just doing maybe they're just doing like student things and be like, hey, let's use this as a way to do,
Yeah.
Well, there's
a
definitely a
background study and-
teacher over the student writers too, and she was probably like, "Sure, let's send it." I mean, that's kind of crazy too. That she would
Yeah.
approve it, and like, I don't know.
that she was like, hey, we're going to let the story roll.
Yeah, there's got to be there has to be an adult approving all of it. There's no way of
for me, it's like,
without.
did they tell anyone? Like,
Yeah,
could they like tell anyone in advance, or they let their story break and like just shock everyone and then
Maybe.
Yeah. Or
catch-
like,
catch
what if
the
they were
school by
just doing
surprise?
like their own little research on the side and they just happened to like come across that and be like, maybe this is something I should bring up
yeah,
Right.
to everyone,
I don't know. But this is, this happens a lot. There's a lot of organizations that don't do educational backgrounds and that don't double check. When we've done this in large scale here, and there are Cortland's. There's a couple things. One is there are diploma mills. There are companies where you go and they'll give you a diploma. They're not accredited. They'll give you a diploma based on life experience. They'll be like, oh, so you're 24 years old. Tell me about your life experience. I've learned all this stuff. Okay, well, and let's just, they didn't have to do that. That you could just buy a degree, right?
that's crazy. I didn't
And
know
for
that was a thing.
$100,
That's
right?
insane.
And it's just, but they set up this website that looks like a school.
So you're telling me I spent $50,000 on my?
Yes. Yeah, you could have just gone there.
Yeah.
But so there's diploma mills and all that. Now there's a lot of fake and forged documents where people you literally, when someone gives you a degree today, maybe they give you a copy of a degree or some statement, you literally cannot trust it. I mean, they're just too easy to fake.
Are they like real universities or are they just fake ones?
It depends. Like
Okay.
this Cortland's University is a non-accredited,
Yeah.
diploma mill most likely.
Yeah.
Goes out of business after scam because the
Yeah.
people buying the stuff are getting scammed too. Everyone's getting scammed, right?
Yeah.
So they're told, hey, if you give us this money, you're going to get this degree, and they know it's not legitimate, but they're telling them here people will come to this website, they'll look, they've even been so sophisticated to even have like where these diploma mills for more money they would verify your degree. So if you called there, right? So if you were a verifier, you had to know, you would dig into the school and be like, hey, they're not on an accredited list, so it's an unaccredited school verifying degrees. So there's just a lot of fraud that happens in education verifications today. Right? It is worth, if it's important.
Yeah.
Right? And I've seen it in significant roles, like working at hospitals, like regularly had fraud on it.
That's really scary because they need their degree to perform their job. Like, I don't need my psychology degree to perform my marketing job, but like I need my doctor's
And I think for some people, and I think people could argue, right, that these degrees aren't needed and this is, BS. But I mean, at some point when the process of being vetted is about character definition, it's like, we just asked you to write down what it was.
Yeah.
Like you got, and you lied, right? And it almost wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
If it was the other. We've had a couple where, remember when the guy said he had some degree and he had an accounting degree and he had, he made up some other degree. He had like some, computer science degree and he had and he was like the CEO of a company or something, maybe even the Radio Shack guy. And you're like, you didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
Right. But it ends up being.
I also think like at the same time though, people feel like they need to have a degree of such a high standard because like, especially in today's like hiring arena, like, I mean, there's a million people submitting their resumes and you're competing with, and I feel like maybe you are the right person for the job, but maybe they won't even look your way unless you have a degree like that. Yeah. And so like, I think maybe good candidates could also be passed over too if they don't.
I feel for them. I do. But I mean, think about that. Here's someone who invested 4 to 5 years of their life and spent lots of money to get that investment, to get the degree, to send a signal to an employer. Hey, I know how to work hard. I know how to put it in. I know how to get it done. I know how to deliver. and my grades and my degree show that. That's
Yeah.
proof that I'm
Yeah.
capable.
Yeah.
And this other person just lies about it.
Exactly.
And they're like, they might be
There's no merit
smarter.
behind
They
it.
might be more they might be awesome at the job.
Yeah.
And their argument would be like, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need that damn thing. You could just, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you come down to it, it's like, you lied. It hardly matters.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit about what the vetting is about.
Yeah. And I
It's
think
like,
some hiring managers are changing some of like their standards for like, you know, maybe it's not like, hey, like I need to have somebody from an Ivy League for this job. And I think like they're becoming more open-minded to like,
Yeah.
you know, not having college degrees now.
yeah,
And
well,
I think like, you know,
we have a company called Good Job,
Mhm.
and it's a traits and behavior assessment tool, and it's all about people have inherent traits and behaviors that account for 70% of their success in a role is an alignment to the role through what's kind of naturally built into them. Has nothing to do with a degree, has nothing to do with skills, has nothing to do with experience. It's, you know, and I agree with you. It's hopefully, you know, maybe people will begin to look at broader,
yeah.
and they should.
Yeah.
With the cost of education day, it's unfair. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, listen, there'll be people who make decisions not to go into massive amounts, you know,
Exactly.
they're getting, you know, students are getting smarter, I think. They'll be like, I'm not going into massive amounts of debt to do this, so I'll have to, you know, go out without it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Cool stuff. All right, Morgan, what do you have?
So in January 2024, an account executive at Cloudflare, the big internet infrastructure company, gets pulled into a Zoom call with HR. She had started the job in August, which meant by January, she'd been there for about 3 months. Wait, that's not 3 months. August to January? Okay, most of which was a standard ramp up and onboarding period with the holidays thrown in the middle. She does something most people wouldn't think to do. She hits record. The HR, I don't know what hits record. Record. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
She starts recording.
She hits record. Okay. Sorry. You know, I'm just going to read that whole line over again. She does something most people wouldn't think to do.
That's a new thing now. You
She
see
hits
that on
record.
TikTok and on other places all the time where someone's talking to their manager.
Yeah.
They're in
And then
trouble
hit
and
record.
they're recording it.
Yeah.
and I hate it.
No, I see videos like that all the time.
I
People
like, I
getting
hate it. It's like this
fired
person is
or-
so interested in not their job, but in clicks and other stuff that they're like recording their
Yep.
boss or an HR person without them knowing,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And then posting it as trying to humiliate them, or you know, and so they, you know, it's tough when only one person knows you're being recorded and they're teasing stuff out of
Yeah.
you.
I definitely think we need to cut the part off because this is definitely longer than 3 months, unless you're like counting like holidays or whatever. But
Yeah.
anyways, so she does something most people wouldn't think to do. She hits record. The HR reps on the call are people she has never met before. They open by telling her that based on, oh my gosh, my computer's crazy. Why are they doing that same thing that yours was doing earlier? Hold on, let me go back to where I was. The HR reps on the call she has never met before. They open by telling her that based on their evaluation of her 2023 performance, she hasn't met Cloudflare's expectations and they've decided to let her go. She pushes back and she tells them she had nothing but positive feedback from her manager and that she had the highest activity on her team and that she'd barely had enough time to finish onboarding before the holidays hit. She asked them to explain specifically what performance issues had led to that decision. They can't answer her. At one point, someone on the call tells her that they don't think they can give her any clarity or answers that are going to meet the expectations she's communicating to them. She posted that 9-minute video to TikTok. It went massively viral. Cloudflare CEO responded publicly saying that she was one of the about 40 salespeople let go that quarter, which he had called a normal quarter for that company. He added that he regretted the company hadn't been more kind and humane in how they delivered the news. Her manager, by the way, apparently didn't even know she was being fired.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's pretty sad. And I don't know why
Right,
they're
well,
doing that.
You know, I think this is a little bit of the consequence of a kind of a churn and burn, like
Yeah.
recruit 100, keep 40.
It's a 9-minute call too. Imagine being let go in 9 minutes. Like
Yeah.
that's how little clarity she got was a 9-minute
well, good.
call.
You know, I'd love to hear, you know, who HR met with her, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hate, this is what you hate. You hate for HR, right? They're not making the decision. They're the deliverer of bad
Yeah.
news, right? They're given a list and they're going to keep it and I would love to see HR people comment and tell us why,
Yeah.
right? But it is, the training I've got is like, don't get personal, don't get detailed.
Yeah.
Just, it's factual. Hey, you haven't met our expectations.
It's kind of crazy
we're
her
gonna
manager didn't know that she was being fired.
Yeah,
because I feel like
I think it's like based on
performance.
just based on the number. They're saying it happens a lot.
Yeah.
He's saying 40 people got fired that quarter, and it's like standard. So it could be that like they have these big hiring cycles. They hire a bunch, then they fire a bunch.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to keep the
It does
very
kind of
top.
suck that she was the best performer on her individual team though, and she got let go, but her like cohort, her other coworkers didn't get let go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I don't know.
I know it's weird.
That is weird, but I don't know. I kind of want to go watch the
And
video.
that's the reason we went viral, because it didn't make a lot of sense. Right? And it is interesting.
Most layoffs though, like corporate layoffs, don't
CEO
make
responded,
sense sometimes.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was I'm sure it was embarrassing for the company. It's like,
Yeah.
we didn't, that wasn't a great way to treat people,
Yeah. There was another big layoff that happened like that, and it was like they did it all with everybody in a Zoom call. It was like they didn't even get a personalized one. It was like everyone. It was like 200 people. That was sad.
Yeah.
You remember that? It was like Zoom or one of those
CEO
companies.
got smacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
for the
were-
way he did it. And
Yeah.
Before we dive back into the chaos on the bad hire, this episode is brought to you by B-Checks. Hiring shouldn't feel like rolling the dice. Background checks should come with great tech, seamless integration, and customer service that delivers. That's B-Checks. Lightning fast results, unmatched accuracy, built-in fraud prevention. We help you hire the right people. Now, B-Checks plugs into over 100 HRIS and ATS systems, so your background checks run smooth, fast, and backed by top-level service. Protect your team, protect your reputation, protect your sanity. Go to bchecks.io. That's BCHEX.io.
So now we have a guest segment. It's Robert Staub, which he goes by Ducey. It was actually, I got to meet with him and he kind of told me a little bit about his nickname that his father gave him. But anyways, I'm going to read a little bit about him so you guys can hear what he does.
Okay.
But Robert Staub is an author and a speaker and is one of the world's foremost experts on developing wholehearted leadership and work culture transformation for executives, teams, and organizations. Ducey has more than 30 years of experience as a consultant and a coach, helping organizations and individuals learn to grow and to realize their fullest potential. Ducey is also a powerful keynote speaker in helping to inspire, engage, and align multiple audiences and groups, and he is a president of Staub Leadership International, which is a consultancy and a division of EQIQ Inc., and he has a master's degree in clinical social work and marital and family therapy from the University of North Carolina.
Let's go.
And Chapel Hill. Also from UNC, he received his bachelor's degree in psychology and English literature, class of 1974. Ducey's keynotes focus on topics such as leadership, human systems excellence, change management, conflict resolution, and developing high-performance teams. He's also the author of numerous articles and 4 books on leadership. He also has a 5th book I saw online that was about like families and like how to be, good family. And he also has a personal mastery book, Transformation of the 7 Acts of Courage. And Ducey is a fellow of the School of Engineering at Virginia Tech. So Ducey's a very... Oh my gosh, she's hating on all the schools. I'm sorry, Ducey. She doesn't hate you. She's an NC State girl.
Yeah.
But Ducey was awesome. I really enjoyed speaking to him. If anybody with culture, like that has the most experience, he had so much experience pertaining to culture.
Sounds like it was a fun segment.
It was actually fun because like I was talking about a book I had read recently that was encouraged for me to read about culture from a different CEO, and he was telling me some books to read, so he had like a lot of great stuff to talk about, and I was like, we definitely need to read his 7 Acts of Courage, and he was telling me a little bit about those. So he's going to tell us his bad hire story right now, but he had lots of great stories to tell. So yeah.
Let's listen up.
This one really stood out. I didn't follow the usual protocol of 6 interviews. This person actually had just 2 interviews. Hired this person because they were very smart, very capable, great writer, brought them in on a project as an adjunct faculty member. They were terrific, warm, friendly, very positive towards me and to the other team members. And so didn't really check out references, didn't do any of that because this was a great person. And they been working with the company for about 6 months, and I was back in the office because I was also a working consultant. I was on the road a lot. My office manager said, I need to talk to you. So she came in, shut the door, sat down and said, I need to tell you that this person has been complaining about you to everyone in the office and coming to me and trying to get me to agree that you're a bad leader and that we need to replace you. and I was like, I was shocked. Okay, they've been there for 6 months. Never said anything to me other than positive things to my face. So then I arranged for a meeting with this person the next day. I thought about it all night long. So I thought, okay, I want to give this person a chance to see if they will be honest. So they came to the office, sat down, and I said, I understand that you've had some complaints about me and you've been talking about it for a while now. Would you like to tell me to my face? I said, I'd love to hear it. And then this person unloaded on me for like 30, 45 minutes. As I was sitting there, I was thinking, gosh, I don't want to fire this person. I was sitting there and I was thinking, I don't think I can turn this around. This is pretty serious. So I said, it sounds to me, after all you've said, and I said, you've said this, this, and this. Is that accurate? Yes. I said, you strongly believe it? Yes. I said, well, why would you want to work for somebody like that you described? Seems to me you wouldn't want to be part of that. And this person said, you're right, I wouldn't. I said, okay, well, I accept your resignation. So you feel that.
It's actually funny though, because he told me after that story as well that that person had apparently jumped from company to company within a 6-month span. I think he worked at 3 companies or something like that, where he kept either getting fired or resigning because of leadership. And it was always like the head of the company, the CEO or whatever.
Wow.
And so Ducey had went and talked to another CEO. It's like, oh, he just was working for me. And he was like, oh, like what happened? It was same thing.
Story.
Couldn't take leadership. He was that toxic high performer. And I told Ducey, we talked so much about toxic high performers on our podcast. And he was like, he was exactly that. Like he was a great employee. He just had a really hard time with leadership.
Yeah.
And that just kind of was why he couldn't stay in the place.
We just talked about this a while ago. It was like somebody in authority reaches down into the pulls someone out of the process.
Yep.
Yeah.
That normally happens. You know, it's like, hey, we got the 6 interview process. We do all this stuff. We do the background checks. We call.
Yeah.
He just pulls him out. He's like, oh, skip all that. I like this person.
Yeah.
And, you know, you blow it up again. So
Yeah. That was good.
stick to the process. It was good.
That was good. Thank you, Dusty.
Yep,
You seem like
thank
an
you.
amazing person, but go Pack.
You're so funny. Yeah. He's a Carolina, and he's got something going on at Virginia.
Yeah, he's
Virginia's out,
a fellow at the School of Engineering at Virginia Tech.
Okay.
Very
Super cool. All right. Who's up?
Oh, I think it's me, actually.
All right.
All right. So I'm a manager and I hire my very first direct report. From the beginning, things are a little off, but I keep giving him the benefit of the doubt because life happens sometimes. He asked to reschedule his interview because he got hit by a car.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. Sorry.
So I was trying not to laugh before.
Sorry,
I
that was so jarring at the front.
Wait.
Okay?
You're talking about this is interview time.
Yes.
Okay.
3 days into the job, so like he had
Why
to
would you hire
reschedule.
him? You feel sorry for him, bro. You got hit by a car. I feel sorry for
Well,
him.
maybe he actually did good when they actually did have the interview. Who knows? 3 days into the job, his older brother passes away.
Oh.
2 days after that, his car is stolen. We give him plenty of grace because crazy stuff does genuinely happen to people. Like sometimes you cannot help what happens.
Either he's a
sometimes.
liar or he is the unluckiest man.
I know. Things quiet down for a couple of months. Then he gets COVID and starts sending me unprompted photos of his positive test, daily fever readings, thermometer pictures, none of which I asked for.
Just get a doctor's note, bro. What the heck?
No, but so many people were doing that back then.
Feeling kind of bad. Here's my temp. Like
A month. Okay. A month after he comes back, his mom has a heart attack.
Oh no, I can't believe you just laughed at that.
No, I'm not.
Emma.
I swear, I'm not laughing at his mom having a heart attack. I'm still trying to get over laughing at him sending the photos of the COVID test.
Okay,
I'm laughing at the heart attack. I'm sorry.
I swear, I'm not laughing at his mom having a heart attack. It's terrible. And then the same day she passes away. I'm devastated for him. We give him extra bereavement, have long conversations about his relationship with her, his plans for a service, and when he returns, he asks for an afternoon off to pick up her ashes. And so, of course, we're like, yeah. 2 weeks later, he gets COVID again and sends another photo of a positive test. Something about that photo bothers me, so we do a reverse image search. And it's just from the internet. It's a photo from the internet. We confront him. He eventually admits it. We give him a final warning, and 2 days later, he resigns. Then we find out he's been telling people we fired him. He gets a new job in our field, and they never call us for a reference. And then a few months later, I find irrefutable proof that his mother did not pass away. She is alive and has been the entire time.
I knew it.
you were going to say that.
I knew it.
We've had stories like that before where they like faked the death of a family member.
know
It's
what?
just insane.
Then that family
And then they
member
would call
calls
in
in.
or something, or
Insane thing to lie about to get out of coming to work.
say pet died, because I mean,
Just
how
the
would they
bad
know?
juju you would put on you. This
Poor mother.
I
Poor
just
mom.
can't imagine saying that about my
horrible.
mom to get out of work. My mom
Especially since
died.
at the
I mean,
beginning of the
it
story.
just feels morbid.
I know, especially at the beginning of the story when they said that his brother passed away too. Like, I don't even know if his brother actually passed away or what. I have no idea.
If my mom found out that I was using
Overwhelmingly, the chances are no.
No, yeah. If
Yeah,
my mom found
probably,
out
but-
that I was using her as a lie, saying she died to like get out of work, she would slap me.
Oh yeah.
She would kill
yeah,
me.
that would-
I
that
would be dead. Like,
It is amazing the stories people will tell.
yeah.
I mean,
I know.
Also,
I was thinking about bringing one up. I'm not sure. It may be too soon, but I don't know. Where we had
spill the tea. Just kidding.
well,
Maybe.
we had somebody who was saying they were sick, but they were posting pictures of them in a foreign country.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. I love him. I love him. Even today, I love him. I thought he was so just a really good guy. But I think he just wanted to go out of the country, and he's like,
I don't know. I think he was just one of those people who had a lying issue. Like,
I don't know.
tried to.
I don't know. That's not the vibe I got. I got the vibe that like he wanted to do something. He was afraid. He's afraid maybe he wouldn't be able to do it. He wouldn't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
So he's like afterwards, he's just like, hey, and then it's just the posting of the pictures while you're on vacation. I was like, if you'd have asked, I'd have been like, bro, take the trip.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also just like the links that you go to lie about it
Yeah.
is kind of
Well,
Crazy.
it's like all the lies we talked about today.
Yeah.
That show, this show.
So
it's
many
like
lies
they
today.
just
What the
keep.
heck?
They just keep building and building and building on.
Yeah.
Geez, can you imagine telling when you tell someone your mom died
Oh my gosh.
or your brother?
I don't even want to think
You
about
now have to remember for every single time you have a conversation.
I was
Don't ever
about to
mention
say,
my
like,
mother.
how do you even live with telling somebody that?
I
How do you look
couldn't.
your mom in the face after that and be like, yeah, I just told somebody today
You
that you
died,
died.
so I could get out of work.
Yeah.
I love my mom too much for that. Sorry.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Don't lie about your mom dying.
Please.
Seriously.
Like, love your mom.
Yeah.
Whether you have a good relationship with her or not, like, still.
Should be like just a general rule. Don't lie about your mom to get out of work.
Yeah.
Also, what did you want to talk about your family? It like eliminates all conversation you can have about your family. at
That's
work.
what I was just saying. It's
Yeah.
like if you now for the rest of your time there, you have to remember, I can never talk
Yeah.
about my family. I can't talk about my
Yeah.
mom.
Can't talk about my brother.
Yeah. They're dead.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like a month later, you're like, oh yeah, I was at my mom's house for dinner and someone's like, I thought your mom died.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, I meant my stepmother.
Actually, yeah, just kidding.
Yeah.
Dad
Yeah,
remarried.
forever.
Oh
You know?
Gosh.
What are you going to do over the holidays, for Thanksgiving? Oh, I'm going to see my parents. I can't wait. Thought your mom was dead. I don't know.
So sad.
All right, that's it for us today. Good stories. And I love Dusty. He was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet that was a good time with him.
Yeah.
I hope that others will watch that and be like, hey, I could do that. You
Yeah.
know, it's simple enough. You get to talk to one of you or Nathan and I think y'all guys kind of chill with them for a little bit, get to know them a little bit, and then let them tell their stories and
Yeah.
just have a little fun and
to meet
so
really
you
cool
get to see
people.
what it's like. So it's cool. So I hope people will sign up for that and come on the show, tell their story. It'll give them a chance to win $10,000. So we're gonna do that. So I think that's super fun. Always remember that we're giving away $10,000. Those submitted stories, whether they're written or whether you get on a guest clip and do it yourself, both of them count. We'd love to have you. Love when people come on and tell their own story. For sure, I love that part.
Yeah.
So hey, what we'd ask for you is to subscribe to the show, rate, review, share. the show, we would love that. And, you know, do that every time you can. I think it's really good. And we'd appreciate your support in doing that. So where do you go to? You go to thebadhire.com to submit.
You do,
It's
yes.
that simple.
Or you can just email us, producers@thebadhire.com as well.
Super cool. All right. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you next time.